Alright, welcome back to Strahd. The Dinner with the Vampire. In the realm today, the year is 1372. The temperature is a low of 45 and a high of 65. Winds from the Arctic at 40 miles per hour. Moderate rain. It is morning.
Am I the only one getting feedback?
Nope.
No.
Max, your mic.
I muted Max.
I muted
online
Max,
because
yeah.
of his feedback.
We'll try that.
Dawn is at 6:30.
I muted him too.
The number of daylight hours today are 11, and you're in the month of Saloon in the third quarter. I found a Forgotten Realms calendar app, so it gives me a weather forecast so you guys can get a feel for what your day is like in Barovia.
Okay, people are just bored now when they curate apps like that.
No, this has got a lot of stuff on it.
That's cool. Dan printed us off a calendar at one point, remember?
Yeah, it was the Harpos calendar. I'm just going to bring up my... So, Strahd has taken his seat at the head of the table. You each have come in. There's a gold nameplate in front of each of your seating areas. To Strahd's left, you recognize your old companion, Sadris. And to your right, you recognize Ireena. And Strahd says, "Please take your seats. You are my honored guests. You know your companion, Sadris.
Do I have to sit here?
What is wrong with your seating?"
I put next to the necromancer.
He is your friend.
Just sit down, boy.
And my soon-to-be bride.
Sadris?
Ash snickers a little bit.
What?
Yes, comedy.
Your friend is my soon-to-be girlfriend.
We have common interests. And since you no longer had use for him, I made him an offer which he has accepted. So, as you know, my name is Count Strahd Von Zarovich, and I rule these lands. I am the son of Barov and Ravenina, rightful lord of Barovia. It was through my conquest of this valley hundreds of years ago that it prospers now.
Yes, prosper.
God, now I know where Trump's descended from.
Now, please, introduce yourselves so I might get to know you better. Tiarum.
My
Please.
name's Thierry.
My apologies. Introduce yourself, please. Tell me about you. Where are you from? What have you done? with your life? Why do you come here?
I'm traveling through a forest, went through a gate, and then I got here.
Yes, I know that. But where are you from?
The sword coast. Waterdeep.
I see. And there you did what?
I'm an adventurer.
Adventure. It's great. Branimir, your friend is kind of tongue-tied. I think he's a little bit loose in the head. How about yourself? Tell me about yourself.
Well, obviously I'm not from this plane. This is not my home. Come from Faerun. I want to go back to Faerun at some point. I don't know how to get back, but
Well,
I plan on going back.
I can help with that.
And I am a great storyteller. I come to collect stories. I hear great stories about you.
Ah, you should go to my library at some point. I have many books.
Gladly.
Many stories.
Any of interest?
They
Any
are.
that might be interesting to our party?
All are of interest. Books are a very fine thing, you know.
Well, of course.
They contain the knowledge of the lands. And here at Ravenloft we have, well, I have, the greatest repository of knowledge in all of Barovia. And some would say it would rival that of Candlekeep on the Sword Coast.
Really interesting.
Yes. Xander, welcome back to Barovia. You've been missed.
That's things, but
I'm not the only one who can't see him.
See who?
Xander.
I can see him.
He's frozen.
I'm right beside. I'm sitting. Well, because Branimir is in between you and I. I'm sitting right here.
I think he's saying he can't see you personally.
Or does he mean me? The
You
Oh,
as in Paul.
yeah.
So how
Yeah,
about...
no, I'm back, and I'm here to clean up the road.
Oh,
Oh,
There we go.
I may have a job for
I'm
you
here to
then.
erase your I'm here to erase your filthy taint.
Now, this is a civilized dinner. There is no
There's no
need
need
for
Oh,
foul
for
language
language
and
and
insults.
insults.
Well, I'm just saying, Ben Richten has taught me well in the ways of
Yes,
destroying you.
Van
Van
Richten.
Richten.
Ugh, I tell you. He wastes his time here, and yours obviously. But a man of your talents, I may have a use for. And we will talk about this later. Eldon,
Yes.
yourself. Tell me about your order.
My order is dedicated to doing away with the evil and the undead. Of course, you wouldn't know anything about that.
No,
well,
the undead, of course, but they're not all evil. It is only through my leadership that this land prospers.
If you call this prospering, we have a vehement disagreement on what prospering looks like.
Disagreements. Not everybody can agree. Ashley? That is an interesting thing that you use.
Yeah, prototype.
I have a much larger one. It's in my vaults. Yours looks like it's orphan prodigy.
Any chance you got for that be sold, friend?
Pardon?
Is there any chance that could be my soul friend?
Friend? Oh,
Oh,
interesting. But
But
no,
no,
I had to
I had to
travel
travel
far
far
to
to
acquire my
acquire my
trophies.
trophies.
They are not
They're
for
not for
sale.
sale.
No, that's disappointing then.
But
But
I believe you call it a
a
thunder
thunder
cannon
cannon
or
or
a
a
musket.
musket.
Sometimes even a boomstick.
Interesting.
Interesting.
And
And
where did
where
you
did you come by
this?
this?
Oh,
This
found a blueprint back in Atelium. I think that's how you pronounce it. Wait, how did you pronounce it? At Catholic slums, and I recreated it.
I see.
I see.
So you
So
just copy other people's work. I thought
I
you were
thought you were
smarter than that.
Oh, I have created my own, but this one was more efficient than anything I could ever create. I'm assuming it's a masterpiece.
Najira? Yourself? Where are you
Where
from? What brings you to my lands?
I got in this group and we started traveling for the good.
For the good.
good.
Is that
Is
not
that not
a
a
relative
thing?
thing? What is
What
good
is
for
good
one
for one
is bad
is
for
bad for
another.
another.
Good, evil.
Well, it depends.
They're
They're
just
just two sides of a coin,
and it
and it
depends
depends on which side you're from.
No, evil is evil, and we'll destroy it.
And
And
you,
you,
what
exactly
is this
is
your
this your
construct?
construct?
Ashley, do you
do you
travel
travel
with two
with two
constructs?
constructs?
Well, technically two, but that's me and Binky. But no, that's not mine. A little bit more of a automaton than I'm usually made.
You call
You call
yourself
yourself
X37.
X37.
What are
What
you?
are you?
Doesn't matter what I am. I was here because I was paid, and I don't trust you.
What
What I pay you?
Okay, I can hear everybody really well except for Wade. Wade is garbled nonstop. Am I the only one having that problem? I reconnected, but I still have everybody else I can hear fine.
Are you muted, Max?
Max is muted.
I just muted myself.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but you cut in and out. Am I the only one having that problem?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I hear some stuff, but
Like,
Not
he's
very
got to
clear.
mute his mic, otherwise I get a lot of feedback. Because his mic picks up me, and then it's like in a loop, right? So, when he's not talking, he's got to remember to mute his mic. So, X37, if you were to be paid a large sum of money, you would do something for me.
I don't know what it is. But like I said right now, I don't trust you. I don't know why you brought us here. Why did you bring us here?
I desire companionship, and I'm looking for an heir.
Here.
Seems you have both.
Yes, but you know,
One sits on your left, one sits on your right.
one can never have too many friends.
Did you have a job in mind for me?
I do at that. So, any of you feel free to answer, but what is it exactly that you desire? And why do you oppose me? All I seek is to be reunited with my love, Tatyana, which is soon to happen.
Tatyana's dead.
Yes, but here in Barovia, you see, people are born without souls.
Yeah, but Tatyana never loved you anyways.
Of course she did.
Wait, we didn't
Ow!
get Colonel Bentley?
You know
No, she
not.
didn't.
You know not of what you speak. She and I are destined to be together. But
Nah, she didn't even like
here in
you.
Barovia, the population has not changed for centuries. People are reborn into new bodies, and any extra that are born are soulless.
Oh, is that why some are soulless?
Yes,
That's actually fascinating. I was wondering about that. Huh.
so
I guess there's not a total loss.
as one passes, they are reborn. If another is reborn at the same time, and there is not a soul waiting for birth, they are born without.
Huh.
How the hell did that system start up?
Is that your design?
It is not, unfortunately. A long time ago, in order to save my lands, I had to make a deal. And Barovia was ripped from Federovna.
No way to reverse that?
I have not found one yet. So now we sit in a plane of our own, souls trapped here. If you die in Barovia, you are reborn in Barovia, and you can never leave.
What?
So.
But I'm not from this plane.
I'm going to look over to Eldon at that point, because he's died here.
You may have found that death is not necessarily permanent. Right, for now, your bodies have been reborn, reincarnated into themselves. But eventually, as your bodies fail, you will be reborn into another.
Oh, okay.
That, frankly, is outrageous.
Be kind of
I did not
interesting.
ask.
So wait,
to be
I
brought
could be.
here.
Could I?
You're from
I
here,
could be Brandon here
Xander.
one day.
You have family here.
Wait, did the new souls
Yeah.
remember what they were before?
They have dreams, with feelings.
So it's kind of like immortality. That's interesting.
But if they do not fully remember, then does not.
An immortality with no soul is.
No.
No.
You do not understand. Those that are born with souls are just previous. Like my love, Tatyana. She has been reborn 4 times. This Ireena is just a shell for Tatyana's soul.
And you know this
That's
how?
harsh.
I
How do you
know.
know that
So why
the
didn't you marry her
soul
one of the
is
other
her?
Circumstances have prevented it.
Oh.
One time, she was reborn in the village of Berez. I tried to reunite there, and the villagers burned her at the stake.
Oh.
Taking her from me again.
You'd think they would try to avoid evoking your wrath. Sounds rather stupid.
It happens. People are irrational sometimes.
Never count from stupidity.
So, now, my only goal is to reunite with Tatyana and wed so that we may leave.
So what you're going to leave? Leave where?
We will attempt to leave Barovia and leave it in the capable hands
Of who?
my heir.
Sadris?
Perhaps.
That buffoon couldn't handle anything.
He can't even handle his own skeletons, let alone
His
full plane.
skeletons.
And how would you leave? Are you not damned by the daylight? Where would you go?
There are places. And deals to be made. With the very powers that brought us here and damned me to this vampiric curse.
So you marry her, you leave the land, and everything goes back to being peaceful.
It is peaceful now. The order is kept.
Order's kept for you.
Yeah, safe for you, not for anyone else.
Yeah,
There's a certain peace in slavery.
The people have
Certain
what they need.
piece of being attacked every night.
Are they attacked every night?
Everyone lives in fear here.
Well, yes, Veraki. That is a problem for me.
I think every town is kind of fearful.
There is a family in Velaki by the name of Velakovich. They control the town. This is one of the things that I would ask of you, to liberate it, and maybe even save your brothers under.
I don't know if I'm interested in that.
X37. Would 5,000 in gold secure your loyalty in liberating Velaki for me?
What's involved in liberating Milwaukee?
Removing the Velakovich family.
And why would you have me do this?
They oppress their people.
And their people would agree with that?
Yes.
Is that the burgomaster that from Nigeria?
Yes, that was an unfortunate event.
Oh, 5,000 is enough for me to do it.
What did Max ask?
If
it was the burgomaster
Hmm.
that hung your friend Najira. Yes, it was. They've been a thorn, their family has been a thorn in my side for generations.
Yeah, but it sounds like anybody that opposes you is a good thing.
And if you were to do this for me, I would consider you honored guests at my wedding.
Who was it originally that sent us after? Was it the Burgermeister people?
No, I think it was the priest.
Sent you after who?
But the priest...
After Strahd, to begin with.
That'd be a mixture of the priest and the burgomaster from that one place.
I don't think anyone sent us after Strahd.
It was... You learned that he was the evil force in the lands, that his ways have, brought despair, but in all honesty, like, the people of the villages, although they're like, walking ghosts almost, they're not, like, think of Soviet-era towns where, people just go about their day-to-day lives. with no joy in their hearts. Or,
No honest.
you know, maybe even worse, life in a concentration camp kind of thing. But a work camp rather than, you know, just a straight up death camp.
All in honesty, out of character, I would love to go back to Vallaki and kill that family mainly.
Why?
I dislike them.
Oh, okay.
Just as a general. If it was Sagers, he really wanted to kill them. But me, it was just the money is enough for Ash to go do it.
For that kind of money, I'd look into it and make a decision at the time, I suppose. Are you proposing a bounty?
A bounty? No. I just offered you 5,000 in gold. For your party. You don't need to be greedy.
No, just making sure.
35,000 gold to take a family.
We haven't
That
been
is
able
a
to
lot.
buy anything in this place anyway, so what's
Well,
5,000?
that family could have us killed.
Yeah, but that's why my character's here to begin with, is he's being paid.
What sort of things would you like to buy here? Tell me.
A musket?
I have my trophy and that's not for sale.
I need a better mace.
Use of a forge?
We can't
He
bargain
snaps
with
his
the devil.
fingers and Rahadin comes in. Yes, my lord. Get Najira a fine mace from the armories. Yes, my lord. And he takes off. There are benefits of working together as opposed to
I'm
each
not
other.
working with the devil.
I am not the
You're
devil.
evil fuck.
I freed these lands long ago.
Freed them from whom?
The raiders that were butchering everyone.
I'll take the money.
I've
It
worked
was-
with worse.
It was a war against the Terg. They were, how shall you say, butchers.
Well, you saved
I've
them
heard the
back.
same about you.
I only take what I need from the land. The people, other than that, are free to live. It was almost 300 years ago, though, that we drove the Turg from the land. Shortly thereafter, Ravenloft was built.
You built the Castle Ravenloft?
It was built in my time here, yes, by my family.
Oh, I thought it was here before you.
Not according to the timeline I found.
Okay. No. I thought it was built before you.
So. So, please enjoy your meals.
What are we having for dinner?
There is an entire feast, and as you say that, you see it appears on the table.
Is there any crab dinner?
Yes.
No, Soylent Green.
Sweet. I'm definitely gonna get some crab dinner.
Yes. Is that what your heart desires?
Yes.
It is the
Great.
greatest craft dinner you have ever had in your life.
Excellent.
That's really
Hell,
quite
craft
funny
dinner.
because that's what we had for supper night craft dinner. We got the 4 grandchildren here.
Why is that a thing? Why?
Because kids like craft dinner.
We love it.
Fucking kids, everyone likes
How
craft
many
dinner.
boxes
Craft
of
dinner,
dinner
hot
can you
dogs.
consume?
No, I mean in the game. Why?
Why not? It's just a game. So before
Okay,
you
now craft dinner.
Craft dinner was
trays,
invented.
there's suckling pigs between each of you. There's Cornish game hens. There's this weird looking thing. And upon closer
Okay.
inspection, you determine it to be abyssal chicken, which is a
Yep.
delicacy.
Is there some sort of roll we can roll to see if the food is okay, like safe and clear?
I can purify it.
Okay.
You see one of the, I understand your hesitations. And one of the servers that carry the wine around, she goes over and actually takes a piece, eats it. It is quite safe.
Well, she's undead.
She is not.
So I mean, some sort of
She is Vastani.
disease is not going to. No?
No.
Oh. I would still prefer if Eldon
Feel
gave it
free.
a little.
As he sits back in his throne and drinks his wine.
And will somebody be performing some music for us? There's an organ behind you.
It is playing now, is it not?
What is Ireena doing while
Oh, I
it's
don't-
taking place?
Well, isn't it?
So anyhow, yeah, the organ is playing in behind you. Some beautiful music
Oh,
And
and whatnot.
what was Ireena doing throughout the conversation? Like how she reacting to it?
She's quietly sitting there and enjoying her meal and her wine.
Okay.
are her eyes like entranced, or does she seem normal?
She seems normal.
Does she seem nervous or does she seem?
No. She seems calm and serene. You can make perception checks.
Yes, please.
Natural one.
Fuck off. Here we go. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother.
Am I within 10 feet of her?
You are not.
Okay.
You're probably pretty sure there's a reason you were sat at the far end of the table.
Yeah.
So Rahadin comes back in and he carries this mace with him and places it beside Najira.
Thank you.
The mace is beautiful in all regards, and when you pick it up, it seems to be lighter than any mace you've ever used, and it is made out of pure mithril.
Okay.
So you can consider it pretty much like a silvered weapon.
Okay.
And if you were to put a value on it, it'd be at around 1,500.
Okay.
So, do you like your new mace?
I like it a lot. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Did anybody else desire anything?
Nothing from you?
No.
Other than the use of a forge, not really.
A forge? Well, our forges are places where I don't wish you to be. Until I further trust you. Maybe some other day. For I hope you do come back. It is nice to have civilized company. Unlike others of this land.
They might be uncivilized to you because they're super sad. Have nothing to live for, essentially.
They have their lives to live. If they
To
do
be
not
eaten by wolves and be reincarnated with possibly no soul.
well, then they would not be reincarnated. Those who are reincarnated
Well, it's
have
either
souls.
it's one or the other, but just
Those who are born
reincarnated
here.
again, just to be eaten by a wolf again, or whatever else pillages this land.
The dragon.
What dragon?
From the
Does
I mean,
this-
no offense, of course, but
So,
you
Tell
can't
me.
blame the people for being miserable.
tell me, Branimir. In this place you come from, along the Sword Coast, in Faerun, does this not happen there as well? Do you not face threats on the road? In your villages, are there not wolves that raid them? Goblins and ogres?
a lot less.
Dragons?
Not nearly to this extent, no. I think this is far more deadly, and there are greater consequences to dying here. So, yeah, I would say this is much more dangerous, much more miserable. No doubt in my mind, this is much worse.
Here you know that if
Again,
you
no
die,
offense. You ask
you
me a
come
question,
back.
I answer. But I find Faerun to be much more pleasant and
And
Happy?
another thing is, oh,
not
good, you do
happy,
get
but
to
I feel like
become
I can
up
deal
and
with a
raid
wolf
it.
more easily in Faerun than I can
Then
here.
you can
Or anything that
Travel-
wants to be hostile with just
travel to
everything.
a city, a place where for aid or here. There's only three towns or cities here.
yes. And the people are quite safe behind their walls. So,
Except
to
for-
say that
except
they
for-
are not protected is so very wrong.
That's not
If you're a
pretty
farmer in a place like Fandolin, it has no walls to protect it. And the wolves can come at any time.
Back in Peru.
So what happens? You run to your home, and the wolves still kill you, or the goblins. Well, that doesn't happen much here. Here, the people go about their lives, they tend to their fields. The wolves come at night, yes. But I do not send them upon the villages.
The villagers seem to think otherwise. They blame everything on you.
Of course.
But they always blame the leader, don't they?
They do. Ashley, you seem to be a little bit more enlightened.
Personally, I always think it's unfair always to blame everything on one person.
Think
No
about
one person's pure evil or pure
think
good.
about the Red Wizards of Thay. Inherently an evil group.
They are? Who are they again?
They're the Red Wizards of Thay in Faerun. You have your own problems in your own world. Here, they are less. But if you wish to return to your world, I can make that happen. But I will ask for things in return.
And what is that?
Well, one is I've already asked, and that is to have the Vlakoviches removed from Valaki.
And why are they a problem again?
They oppose me.
How?
But
Yeah,
so,
you seem like you just toy with everyone, so how do they oppose you? You seem almighty and powerful. So
Yes.
I'm not sure why you see them as a threat. Do you mind explaining that to me?
I could, you're right.
Enlighten me.
I could go in and just destroy the village. But as a ruler, it is my privilege or my right to have others do the work.
But how do they oppose you?
They oppose my rule and impose their own.
Don't all the boats part that
They are also part of an evil cult.
What?
why didn't you lead with that?
You'd get the paladin and the self-righteous
I would have
fighter.
thought you would have realized this when you were there.
Yeah, but you're evil too. Everything here is evil.
I am not evil. I am practical.
Understood.
A lot more gray in the world than most people believe.
Yes, like I said, evil is two sides of a coin. Good, evil. From one person's perspective, it's evil. From another, it's good. History
What
is
is,
written by the victors.
What is Xander's knowledge of the Burgermeister family there?
Pretty much nothing. I left Barovia really young.
Well, for
So,
5,000 coins, it doesn't hurt to look into it.
if you're worried about your safety, perhaps I can offer you something else. Something to keep you safe.
What's that?
I'm not worried about my safety. I'm worried about making the land an even worse place by helping you.
If, as you say, I am so evil, then why do I allow the Emperor Temple to exist? Why do I not take its evils for myself?
Well, I don't know what the Amber Temple is.
It is a place where great evil has been contained and locked away and
Well,
made
maybe you
safe
don't want
so that it does not poison the land.
You just don't want something more evil or more powerful than you to get out because you want to be top king. You want to be head honcho, and you know those opposed.
I am, as you
Neo.
say, head honcho.
Yeah,
That
for
is
me,
a given.
you are now. Yeah, and you don't want whatever's in the temple to take over.
When you say great evil, what are you talking about?
Dark powers once ran free amongst this land. Long ago they were trapped and contained within the temple.
Like entities?
Powers.
Like dark vampire lords?
Vampires are intelligent, smart, brilliant, some would say.
You would say.
And we have our plans. There are feral vampires. Those are the ones you should fear. Not I. I have ruled this land for centuries. And now it is time for me to move on. But I must be sure of who I leave it to. My heir must understand the visions of Barovia.
And what is that?
That the lands and the people are one. And you cannot have one without the other. So to go destroying everything, then you will have nothing. So Rahadin comes back in once again and sets up a small table and lays out a beautiful suit of plate mail armor. And a few other nice weapons. Well, we shall leave you now. Please enjoy your meal.
I am again.
And then he just disappears.
No.
Did you ever roll that perception check for Ireena?
I got
Yeah,
a 1.
21?
Yeah.
Okay. You realize that she's probably more or less a thrall.
Yeah. I think.
She's not necessarily charmed, but she's not dead. She's
Right. No, I didn't think she was dead. She's like hypnotized or mesmerized or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I figured.
Well, anyways, we're all. I doubt we're strong enough to take on Strahd at this point. Might as well do that job a little bit.
Well, see, I don't want to.
I shall leave you, Rahadin says, and he leaves the room.
What's on the table?
Do we really want to have this conversation here?
No, because he's obviously just sitting there listening, and you just can't see him.
Can't he do that anyways?
They're spies.
Can't he just just do a weird scrying thing anyways?
I don't know.
What was he talking about when he said the burgomaster and his family were part of a cult?
Probably just a cult.
Probably a cult that
devil
wants to get rid of
worshipping.
fraud.
Probably
Like,
some devil
someone
worshiping.
other than Strahd.
Yeah, they're probably just worshiping someone other than Strahd, and he doesn't like that. Valaki was the safest place in Barovia, wasn't it? Because they had their church was a safe haven. If we remove this family, we may be removing the safety.
As much as I don't like
since they well
kill people,
kill people.
like
Everybody kills people.
Like no, they
innocent people.
innocent people. Like
Yeah, but wasn't the church only the church safe, not the entire
Yeah.
town because of the
Yeah,
church?
so I mean, the church was the safe place, but
Yeah, but then that means
it
that
repels undead.
yeah, but that's the church. If you take out the family, they're not actually protecting it, right?
okay, but the family is not opposing the church. The family hasn't removed the church. If you
Yes, they have.
take out the church and put someone in favor of Strahd in place, then that family will
No,
remove the
the-
church.
No,
The family,
No, they
the
want
family
wants the church,
wants the
the
church,
leader dead.
the leader dead.
They
Okay, but
want-
it's not
they
the
want-
leader; it's even the safe.
So roll a history check.
well, I won't because I wasn't there.
Yeah. Anybody who's there.
There for what?
I rolled a 1 and I have a -2.
What are we rolling for?
That's a -1.
History.
How is that possible?
No, but for what event? Like, I don't know whether I was there.
From when you were there, actually, as a ghost.
I have a 7. I have a +8. So I have a minus.
I got 14.
No, so I have a 9 total. 9 total.
13.
We're rolling perception?
History.
Oh, history.
14. I probably don't know Jack.
So what stuff was on the table anyway?
So there's a set of full plate armor. Looks like adamantine. There's 2 longbows.
Two what?
Two very nice longbows.
What are they? What's the point?
They're just finely crafted. Like he's not handing you over magic.
No. Okay,
But
I'll take
you know, you
those.
talk about not being able to get things. Your mace now can basically hit things that can only be hit by magic. But
Yeah.
they don't. It doesn't do magical or radiant damage or anything.
Yeah.
Right? The armor, adamantine. If you get hit and it's a critical hit, it reduces it to a normal hit. On top of giving you a base armor class of 18. A couple nice long swords.
Well, I'm gonna take one of the bows.
Okay. It's a very finely crafted elven longbow.
Okay.
There's silver filigree all through it. It's finely wrapped with mithril in the grip. And it's about value-wise about 4 to 5 times of what a normal longbow would cost.
Okay.
I put my arm on the X-23 and I hand him some effeminately elven boots for him. These are for you.
Not wear boots.
Boots of elven kind.
They're not Strahd's.
No.
Boots of elven kind?
Yeah.
I'll take them.
So how many infusions have you got in use right now then?
I have 4, and I'm tapped with it.
Oh, nice. Yes, I want those.
Mhm.
Also,
I have 1 for my gun, 1 with Xander's armor, 1 for Binky, and 1 for my boots. So that they're all tapped up.
That's what you just gave him, though, right?
No, that's not an infusion. That's those boots that we got from the Witch's Coven.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just never had. He wasn't here for that time, so I've been holding on to them until he
I
returns.
gave you winged boots at the Witch Coven?
No, I made them.
no, boots of elven kind.
Or Elven Kind?
You gave the Elven kind. I basically touched my own boots and I made them into wing boots.
Well, I'm thinking once we're done here, we should head back to wherever the Burgermeister guy is, and look into Strahd's claims.
Yeah,
He's
but we can't
torturing
just
his
exactly
people.
walk into Velaki.
Hmm?
We can't just walk into Velaki. They want us. They want to
Yeah, you guys were run out of Velaki.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we gotta.
we weren't
very,
wrong.
very sneaky.
Well, they weren't
Well guarded.
run out. They were supposed to do a job, but they never did it. So
So you know that
I would
is
run
that
out.
replicate magic item that you used to make those boots?
Which boots?
The boots you just...
The ones
Sorry?
you gave me were from the Witch's Coven.
Okay.
yeah. And I don't make the boots. I just touch them for like an hour, and they turn into winged boots.
For a whole hour, you're touching your boots?
I think that it's either an hour or a minute. I can't remember.
Touching his boots all the time.
That's a big time difference.
Well,
No,
the boots
I
are
do it
touching the
once,
boots,
and
so
if
it
they're-
technically counts.
And then they're permanently that until I choose another thing.
Well, if we, the heroes, were run out of the town anyways, clearly something is up there. I think we should go look into it.
I mean, yes, but now that it's for aiding Strahd, now I don't want to.
Well, we don't have to do it to aid him. We can just look into it.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to, but no. Now that he benefits Strahd.
Just because it falls under what he wants doesn't mean that doing it is any less than it should be.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just gonna put it that my guy was there at one point.
Asking for it.
I'm gonna put it where my guy was there for like a little bit, but then just left. It was a funky town, and the leaders did it. There literally feels like something's up.
Yeah.
And if you guys are all crusady as it is with the paladin, cleric, and monster hunter, I think you are.
I just want, as long as it's destroying monsters.
Well, cult, so that means demons, right?
Yeah.
It depends what this cult is.
Well, I still think there's no harm in investigating.
I
don't.
The money was enough for me.
The money was good enough.
My guy's basically a mercenary, so I'm like, yeah, fine.
We could take his money now, go look into it, and if we determine that there's nothing shady going on, we just keep his money.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay.
I don't think you're getting paid up front.
Entertainment.
Yeah, I think so. Who disagrees with looking into this?
I don't disagree with looking into it, but you can't keep it.
So we're not going back to the town where Najira called a witch, and then we took the witch out of the town, and now she's revived again. We're not going there. We're going somewhere else.
No, we're implying of going there.
Yeah, that's where we're talking about going.
How are we going to investigate? We are all witches.
I'm not. I was never there before.
Neither was I.
Okay, so you should just go in alone.
If
and
we
we'll
go
just sit
there
out
and we
in,
find no evil,
like
can't keep his
outside.
money.
And also
That's
outside of the game, is this not the place where Eldon met with the bird werewolf people? So they might be able to help us out too.
The fancy,
Yes,
like the
yes,
silver-
they
Yeah. So I mean, we've got people on the inside of that town already that might be able to help us out too.
Wait.
So yeah.
Like
Think about your allies that you have, right?
Yeah, the guy.
You've got the Were Ravens. You've got what's her name running around?
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda. She's told you where she was going. Then there's also Van Richten.
We don't know where he is.
You don't know where he is.
Who's our main? Does anybody have like a? I don't know what the spell's called here, but like a glamour type spell to make us look not like us.
You're talking about like alter, like
I
disguise
am not
self?
that type of bard, so no.
Yeah, disguise self or something like that.
The tavern owner, his family is also the guys that own the winery. So we fixed the issue at the winery. So shipments of wine are going to be coming to town.
I can disguise self.
Hide in the barrels. We could sneak into the town, get a shipment of wine, and then we're at the inn. So we can get in that way.
Okay, I can smuggle 2 people in there
Xander?
with disguise self and invisibility.
Roll an intelligence check to see if you were smart enough to come up with that plan.
Can we
kidding.
not roll those?
I'm kidding.
I'm not into that idea.
Plus 4.
No.
So yeah,
you've
we've
got
kind of got a plan. Does it sound like we're going to do that then?
That sounds like a cool idea to me.
I can scout ahead too because they don't know who I am.
And I can smuggle 2 people in with my disguise self and invisibility.
Oh. Well, Brandon, maybe you can go invisible.
Yeah.
So,
That's how I got out last time I went invisible. Because people were dying and screaming.
Sagers just had
and
sex
I'm
with a
like,
hooker.
nope, and I went invisible.
So that's our plans, to head back, smuggle ourselves in, talk to the people at the inn, and find out if there's any truth with fact that it's a cult.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah, the best place to start is getting to that inn.
That's what I said.
So if we went to the winery, he could send a message to his brother. Was it a brother, cousin, son?
It's his brother.
Brother.
The Mardikovs.
Okay, so he could send word to his brother.
Yeah. Might as
Or
well do
maybe
something
not.
while
Maybe
we,
that would be easy.
might as well do something until we get strong enough for other options.
Or to be even safer, Eldon, if you can somehow find one of those rare ravens, the rare ravens could tell him. That way there's no message to intercept. Like if one brother sends a message to another one, that could be intercepted.
I don't remember whether I have a way of communicating with them. I know that they gave me something, but I don't know what it was.
And have you told us about them, like as characters?
I think we saw them,
We
didn't
met now at the down.
No, I think it was a secret, but
we?
We met one at Father Eva's place.
If you remember...
Yeah, it did come out.
oh, okay.
So, okay, your plan is you're going to get some wine from Wizards and Wines and smuggle yourself in the barrels.
Yes.
That's not my plan.
I will not be personally.
So, if you recall correctly, the individual who runs the Wizards of Wines is Davian Mardikov. He is part of the Order of the Raven.
Oh, okay.
He is one of the Were Ravens.
Well, maybe, yeah, so maybe we can get the message there safely then, hopefully.
Excuse me.
I mean, I thought that that Ashley was going to take 2 people in.
I
Well,
can
like,
just go in.
I can, well,
Randomly.
get you guys smuggled in, and then when we're walking around, I can just alter 2 people. Like, one can be invisible and one can be altered self. Actually, I can alter self a whole bunch of people, but it only lasts for an hour. Both of those. So I'd prefer to wait until we're actually fully in, then do it. Actually,
I mean, I can wait till night fly over the ramparts.
oh shit! It's a first level spell, so I could do it a whole bunch. But yeah, but we'd only have an hour between.
Well, we can get there. We figured out how we're kind of getting there, and then, we can kind of go on like a scout to find out who's where and look into things, I guess.
Being that two of us aren't actually registered by them, so
Yeah. Like, who's the other new character? Is it you?
I am. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
like me and you can go out and like start asking around.
Although you'd be suspect.
Why?
Just plans
You're a walking golem.
on how to get into Valaki.
Yeah, but I'm all robed up.
Oh, okay. But a rogue character, you remember this place is very, very sketchy.
Everybody's a rogue character. I'll blend right in.
Yeah. You should have disguise kits and everything, so
Yeah, I do.
So I'm paint yourself like a whore, and just go. There's probably a lot.
You'll go in, and you'll be painted up like Jigsaw from the Saw movies.
Yeah. Perfect.
I pictured it too. You need a trike. I can build you one.
Okay. So, is anybody else taking anything from the table?
No.
Nope.
Who's grabbing the?
I suspect. So no.
Eldon, are you taking the armor?
Can't.
Can't?
No.
Well, I'll take it then.
You can't wear.
I can.
Plate armor?
Oh, I can wear it, but my character won't take it.
No,
Not from a vampire.
Okay.
Then I'll take it.
All right. So you've got full plate armor.
I'll just find that. I am not a holy warrior, so I have no qualms about that.
Yep. Basically, adamantine plate armor.
Hmm. Can you do full plate?
Yep. I started as a warrior, fighter, because I was picturing my guy to be he started fighting and then he got into all this mechanical, but it was for the con save and the whole martial weapon thing.
Right.
See,
And we all know. And we all know that I'm like Wade. I always like to splash my favorite character into everything. A favorite class. His is rogue, mine's fighter. Almost all my characters have fighter in them.
Well, the last couple characters have had no rogue other than, what's his name? Bass.
Bass?
Yeah. My artificers are straight up artificers. And Bass would have stayed a rogue had we not been fighting a war against demons. He had no other reason other than, you know what? Being a rogue is kind of stupid when you're fighting a straight up war. So he decided to follow that path. But other than that, he would have stayed rogue all the way.
I always liked the fighter. It's a pretty reliable class, although it does lack the options.
Yep.
It's basically just go up, smash. Yes, I have a battle master. I was thinking of doing him because we didn't have any frontline for Monday. But I decided screw it, Ranger.
But me, I'm a frontline person.
What are you?
I think I'm going with barbarian.
Oh.
I just haven't decided what race yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going with barbarian person.
I'm gonna be playing Pet now.
Yeah. All right. So you guys
You're a cleric.
are gonna finish up your dinner. It is probably the best meal you guys have had in your entire time in Barovia. If not,
had mud in it.
If not, one of the best meals you've ever had in your life. There was no expense spared here. The wine that was on the table was Champagne de Stomp. It's valued at least 100 gold per glass. Like, this was an opulent dinner. So, and there was nothing, like, whatever you guys did, there was nothing ill about it. This was a complete on the up and up.
I'm going to take some with me.
You were honored guests, and if you want to take any with you, as, you know, whatever, you're more than welcome to help yourselves.
I'd take 1 or 2 bottles. This is the first meal that I have that I've been here that it hasn't had mud in it.
So the handmaids, the Vistani handmaids come in, and they're, you know, taking away the dishes and whatnot that are used, and they offer to pack you some things for the road. They know that it'll be a long trip on your way from Ravenloft. So, you know, craft dinner doesn't necessarily keep well for very long, but it is good fried the next day.
As long as it doesn't have too much milk, it'll be fine.
Well, yes, this is extra creamy craft dinner.
Yeah. Obviously,
I thought he was giving us berries.
No, it's cursed dinner. Different kind of Katie.
Just spelled with a
Oh my god. I'm
That's why I
with
said-
their berries.
Cursed dinner, product of Barovia.
The finest cursed food there is.
A cursed
It's a shame Barovia has no Timmys.
Oh, but there happens to be a cask with hot coffee
Ooh, some Timbits.
and Barovia nuts, which are soft cake-like things coated in icing and sprinkles and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Good God! Literally talking about sweet foods. It's bad enough my roommate's cooking like pastries and shit near me.
Yeah, that marshmallow peanut thing.
Oh, fuck off! I know, I had such a craving for it. I'm like, no, as I eat a freaking cucumber.
It was good. It was good.
Oh. Whose catchman was that?
Right? So,
Your bit disappeared.
Strahd has left, and you have the sense that he wasn't actually even in the room with you, but rather it was an illusion. Ireena, she walked out with Sadras, and they went on their way. And when the Rahadin left and the servers left, the doors were left open for you.
Oh no.
I would like to. I'd like to take. Does anybody have some sort of like brush or anything like that, like a paintbrush or toothbrush?
Your what?
Paintbrush, toothbrush, some sort of like brush or a cloth maybe. I'm going to take a cloth. I'll take a napkin and I'll dab it in some of my holy water, and I want to rub holy water on the keys of this organ. So I'll put it on the rag and I'll just rub it on the keys.
All right. And you have.
Okay, and I'll wait.
And you'll
Well,
wait.
He
wait for who?
Oh,
These
like,
guys?
I thought you said,
Xander, you
and I'll
need
wait.
subtitles. You are fuzzy as fuck.
No, I said and I'll leave.
Okay. So
What is that slurping
these are
sound?
the doors that you went through or came through.
Nobody's slurping. I don't know what that slurping sound is. What doors? These doors up here.
These doors.
Yeah.
They
Come on,
lead
guys.
out to the courtyard.
Okay, so let's go. I'll leave for everyone. I'm not going to leave for one member of the group. I don't know what that's. I can see everybody's camera. Nobody's slurping.
Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
I do not hear slurping sound.
I hear like a slurper scraping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it might be my cat scratching the wall behind me.
That's
I
probably
cannot
it.
hear that.
See?
Kill it with fire.
No.
It's a cat. Kill it with fire.
No, it's
Don't
a
leave
baby.
no- Violet's being a good girl, not fucking bothering me today.
She's just
God damn it, right there.
What?
Yeah, see?
So what's your plans? What are you doing from here?
I'm looking at everybody. Leaving. Let's leave.
Yeah.
I want to spend another minute in this fucking evil.
Our plan was to head for Valaki and check out the.
Let's go. Yeah.
No, the Wizard of the Rhine. We can sneak in, smuggle ourselves.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. What are we gonna do to get in? I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, so you're all going out to the courtyard.
I guess so.
Yeah.
You wanna leave?
Yep.
All right.
Thank you. I guess burning the place down is not a question. I don't question.
It's a pretty big cat. So.
And apparently become a holy warrior, you remove all aspects of tact and everything.
All right.
What?
So you guys all. The carriage arrives for you.
Well, we don't want him to know exactly where we're going. So should we tell the carriage to take us where we want to go?
Does
Or
it,
should we
like,
just walk?
does it really matter being that,
Well, I mean, he wants us going here, so him knowing that everything.
Yeah, let's
So
just
we
head for
want to show
Valaki.
up in front of this town in Strahd's
Bring the
carriage.
carriage. It's
The demon horses.
means we probably
So
won't
we're
have
already
any
accused of being witches. Let's not go right in front of the town.
What was that?
If we don't add that detail, I feel like we're going to put us in front of the town. So let's not park there.
well, we're going to the
The inn.
winery first.
Oh, right.
Are
Oh,
we?
are we? Okay.
Yeah, so we can smell in all you guys.
How are we going to get inside?
Okay, let's go to the winery then.
I mean, we don't have to if somebody has a better idea.
Why are we going to the winery?
I just don't think this is going to go well in general.
Myself or smuggled himself in can be
We
smuggled
can't
in.
walk with the cat.
Our luck
I thought
in
we could get it into the
Barovia
city without being
is
smuggled in the
poor.
wine barrel.
I don't think it's going to go well.
I don't know how to get into the town without being smuggled in. We can't
Four
walk
of
in.
Four of us can get in without being smuggled, but the other two would have to be smuggled.
Yes,
I
you
can technically bring in pretty much. Technically, I could bring in everyone, but that would burn
Okay.
out all my spells. Well, most of them.
Or I could.
Well,
I could.
I would need to be.
Fly everybody
You can
in.
what?
I put wings on and fly.
The guards would. The guards would see you fly in though, and then we'll just come to wherever you land.
At
I can just
nighttime,
cast
not like
alter self on everyone. I mean, disguise self on everyone. I can
We
do
don't-
But then
that.
you'd have to
Four
cast it
people.
again.
What?
We'd only need it on 4 people because you and me don't need it.
Yeah,
Can you
not.
do multiple people though? Is it not concentration?
It's not concentration. It's
Oh.
just.
But you'd burn through your spell slots too quick, and we can't do that for hours on end. Like, we can't keep
Well,
that
it
up
lasts
that long.
for.
But
It
we
lasts
could
for
use
1
it
hour.
into the inn, and then we could rest in the inn, which would
Yeah.
replenish
But
spells.
if he burns all his spell slots and it fails, he's not going to be any use to us in the.
Well, I mainly shoot, so
Oh, okay. Sure.
like my spell casting is mainly support related. So don't expect any blight or finger of death kind of moves. It's more like here's a little bit of healing things. Here's a little utility. So my spells aren't really that important.
So from your time in Vallaki before, there's 3 gates into the city. The north gate, the east gate, and the west gate. The west gate heads towards Kresk. The east gate would be the closest one to you. The north one goes to Lake Zarovich.
Okay.
And then the roads branch off from the west gate down to places like Argynvost Holt and places like that. So, if I bring you to the map of Barovia,
Yeah, so then there's the... What's this?
Wait, we're
where
using
the
the
fuck did you just take your token? Xander?
Okay.
Very aggressive.
I'm right here.
Yeah, but you took him off across the map.
Just like everything in Barovia, hostile.
I put him here. Because I was wondering what this was.
Okay. So I'm
Is that
going to
the
bring you
gates to
guys
Castle
up
Ravenloft?
here
Okay.
for now, just so you're close. So, where exactly do you want the carriage to drop you off?
In the woods.
Ravenloft
Yeah, we don't
is down
want to
here,
be seen. Yes.
right?
I
So
mean,
it's going to be a multi-day journey. You're going to pass through one of the gates of Barovia, which are here. Which
close enough that we don't have to sleep outside.
Right. Because you're able to sleep in the carriage quite comfortably. There's wines, there's liquors, there's everything there. It's a comfortable ride. And it's not bumpy, right? Like I said, it's almost like the carriage itself is riding on a cloud as these nightmares pull it forward.
Right.
So where I set your tokens is probably about the closest you get to Vallaki without being seen.
Okay.
Right?
Well, I think that's good. What do you guys
That's
think?
where you're going. You're not going to Wizards of Wine anymore. You're going straight for Vallaki.
It seems like we can get in on our own, I guess.
Yeah.
So
But if they have anybody that can see through shit though.
I mean, this is just a
We
village
don't know that.
of random schmucks, isn't it?
This
No.
is actually the
This is the big
largest
town.
settlement
Like it might-
in
like it-
Barovia.
But
it
the guards and stuff who would care that we're there, they're just like mundane people, right?
So
it might be safer to do the whole smuggling thing.
Well, I mean, if they're able to see through your altar itself, they'll be able to see through some barrels and stuff.
So you're talking a population of about 1,500, which is a fair-sized town. There's a lot going on in Vallaki. It is, like I say, it's the hub. Kresk is kind of closed off, from what you remember. You got to Kresk and they didn't want to let you in. You had to kind of work your way in. And they really don't like outsiders at all. You weren't allowed to stay anywhere. You had to stay in, I believe, a barn when you were there or whatever. But Vallaki is a more open city. People are out, the shops are there. It's not the shops that you're used to on the Sword Coast or anywhere else, but it's there. You know.
But the large
will they
population
remember
of,
you? There's probably a few people, as Xander well knows, that his brother is.
That big armed motherfucker is going to remember us.
He will remember you quite well.
Oh, wait.
So
Yeah,
Isaac is there, and Isaac is Xander's brother. And he kind of revealed that to Xander the last time you were there. So I don't know if the picture's popped up for you yet.
It has.
But that is
It
what
did.
Vallaki looks like as you make your way.
What's the highest light armor?
That would be studded.
Yep.
Which would be
Studded?
12.
Why?
Oh, just for my rogue. I mean, not rogue, ranger.
Okay. So you get to the gates. Are you going invisible?
I think the plan was to alter so, right?
Well, alter disguise self.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is it misty? Foggy? Over the city?
It over the city, not so much, but around in the forest, around in the Svalich Woods, yes, there's always mist present around it, but the sky is just overcast and whatnot. So the old Svalich Road meanders into a valley watched over by dark brooding mountains to the north. The woods recede. Palisade. There's a 15-foot high wall that encloses the town. It's vertical logs held together with thick ropes and mortar. And you guys are at the gate known as the Morning Gate.
The Morning Gate. Okay. If we pulled out Eldon's map, can we see the Amber Temple he was talking about?
No,
You
No.
can't?
I don't think so. The temple? In Vallaki?
No, the Amber Temple.
No, the Amber Temple. The Strahd spoke
Hang on
of
a
the
sec.
Amber Temple.
Hang on a sec.
Stop writing on my map. Bastards. I should be able to take that ability away from you guys.
Andrew sucks. Yes, I do.
Fuckers.
Yeah, I see what you're doing.
You see the Amber Temple?
No, I meant the salon.
Oh.
No.
It should be on your map.
Unless it's,
This.
is it this?
The Amber Temple, correct.
Huh, okay. That's super hard to see. Okay, well, it's not on Alden's map. We have no idea where to go. So we'll have to learn
I
about it.
have no Amber Temple on my map.
That's fine. We can ask in town if we can find somebody who's not going to, attack us.
I don't see anything yet.
All right, so let's cast our spell and get into that hotel. Or, inn, I guess that's what it's called.
All right. So you're greeted by 2 guards at the gate. Who goes there?
And we look different? Like, wait, have we been disguised?
I've cast disguise self on everyone. We all look like dirty peasants like everyone else.
So Xander, Najira, Tiram, Eldon, and Branimir are all you've cast 5 times.
4.
I want to be an old lady.
Wait,
I want a big old saggy titties.
Yeah, I only have to do it on 4 of them.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Xander, Najira, Tiram,
Eldon.
Oh, Eldon. Yeah. Oh,
and
sorry.
Branimir.
Ellen,
If
can wait
necessary, I'll
until
go
it's
invisible.
dusk
I
and
don't
then
care.
fly over and meet them in the temple.
Oh, we're going to the temple, not the.
We're going to the inn.
Oh, sorry, the end. I meant the end.
Yeah.
So you're going to wait till nighttime and then fly in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna
Well, then-
stay outside all alone? Oh.
Yep.
He's a mighty paladin. He'll be fine.
As we come out tomorrow and find Eldon literally been raped by wolves.
You just find this skeleton of an Azamar, the wings with all the feathers pulled off, and it looks like KFC on the ground.
Why do you
Nice.
again?
You're back.
So, alright, so the guards question, why are you here?
Ooh, I can stop it.
Who are you and why are you here?
No one? Okay. We're here to see if there's any work. Some of us. Some want to see about getting some refuse. Sanctuary. And my big fellow over here is going to be going to the market for food. A baron out there. Wolves ate his sheep a little while back. Poor devil.
Where?
Hmm?
The Baron who? What?
It's barren out there, I said. Not a lot of food, not a lot of farms.
Where are you from?
Me? I'm from Barovia.
Yes, we can see that. Where do you
No,
think
the
you
town.
are? Are you simple?
The town, Barovia.
The town.
Are you simple?
The village.
Yeah.
Village.
More of you fools.
This one doesn't get very fast.
25 gold apiece.
Oh, that's
Sure.
seems like extortion.
Well, being that we have to,
Call it
might as
extortion.
well.
Call it a retirement plan. I don't care. It's 25 gold each.
Okay, Xander only has 23 gold.
No, we had a big cache of money that Branimir, I think, has, right?
I have 23 gold.
Branimir?
I have 7.
Is Brendan still alive?
Yeah.
I am looking.
She
No, I
has
mean,
the
I
big...
haven't heard her. I haven't
The
heard
whole
her all
party
evening.
has at least 250 gold. We're fine.
Yeah.
We have more than that, but we're fine.
Okay, but we also don't want to let them know. We're just supposed to be crappy little peasants from Barovia. They can't know that we have,
Yeah, they can't get in with 25 gold.
like...
You
that's
have to get in with copper.
absurd. Like, that's crazy for normal peasant village people.
How much was it to get in?
25 gold.
So make a deal with them.
Yeah.
Explain
Or
that to them.
something intimidation.
Yeah. No.
Persuasion.
Yes,
I can't do it. I'm
intimidate the town
invisible.
guards. Good call. Good call.
That's a bit.
Persuade him, Branimir. You can do it.
I'm
Branimir is
invisible.
invisible.
I can't do nothing.
Why'd you go invisible?
Because y'all made the people that can't go invisible into someone else, and I thought I went invisible. If I'm disguised self, then I'll do it.
No,
No,
you're
I,
just
I cast Disguise Self on everyone. I'm down 5
Oh,
slots.
you did it on everyone.
Well,
except for
everyone.
me.
Except
Me,
for Eldrin.
me,
Oh my
Okay,
god,
so-
I cannot
Staying
get my
outside.
dice.
Because that's
Okay,
what he chose to do.
please, let us in. We are so hungry. 23 persuasion.
We don't.
We
Look at us.
cannot afford 25 gold.
How much?
We are but peasants.
How much can
Who
you afford?
has 25 gold?
I have not seen 25 gold in my life.
I don't have a gold. I have these I have a bunch of rocks. They're very nice rocks. Shiny rocks.
As I touch the old lady's on my shoulder, you could get it out of her. You know, they're a little run down, but you know,
Well,
she was a pro in her craft
Disgusting.
back in the day.
Still spry. I'm still spry. I'm disease free.
Very well.
Experience
Come
worth
with
at
me.
least 100
No,
gold.
give us. What have you got?
Like altogether, probably 20 gold.
I have
I
but
have some
coppers to my
rags.
name.
How much?
I cannot give them all. I'm not
I have. What do I got here?
All I have is 30 gold.
Fine.
But that'd
30. Give that.
Entire party.
Oh.
He just offered up 30 gold, so
I'm not giving it to him.
hurry, quickly, go. Be away from here.
We all go.
Okay. Wait. Do you still want me in your chambers?
Well, here at the gate, yes.
Yeah.
Just
You
lift
sound
it,
Oh, you
and
just
we
want to do
will.
it on the side of the road?
We'll, of
That's
course.
nasty. You're a dirty
Yes,
boy.
but you're nasty, so it's all the same.
Yeah, but I'm clean, at least. It's hard to find.
You don't smell clean. Get out of my sight. Go.
Okay.
Ash is like stuffs his finger. Damn, I was hoping to see some of whatever this fucked up thing was gonna happen.
Yeah. Well.
That spell was not gonna hold up to physical contact. It's just
Xander would be walking with a bow-legged a bit. Woo-hoo.
I got a high con.
and
I can
leaking.
take it. I got a high con. I can take it.
Except the guard wasn't going to touch you. He was going to bring over his horse.
I have an 18 constitution. I can take it.
All right.
And it has 32 strength.
So,
A horse?
It's a special horse.
you're going where?
To the inn.
Yeah, being
To
that
the
they
Blue
are
Water
technically
Inn.
allies.
All right.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Whatever.
So you
Yeah,
make your way to the Blue Water Inn. And gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large two-story wooden building with stone foundations, sagging tile roof upon which several ravens are perched, and a painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. All right. And in the inn, you guys will meet again. With Erwin Mardukov. He greets you warmly and he says, "Where is your friend?"
Which one?
Which friend?
Here, and I'll pass him a drink. I'll pass him a goblet so he can see him holding the goblet.
Eldon, your friend.
How many other people? Oh, I thought you meant Brandon.
So, wait, did Eldon not end up coming in with us?
No, he's waiting for nighttime, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna fly in.
Well, I
He's
don't know
moving.
why.
He's so sleepy.
Alright. See.
I don't see anything. It's all just black. Oh, never mind.
Hold on.
Yeah. Wait, Elvin is here. Go the fuck over there, Elvin.
The card game that we played was 3 Dragon Ante, right?
Yeah, I chose that as my proficiency.
That's
I
what I'm
got a
doing right now.
proficiency. Yeah, I got to gain proficiency. What's your background then, soldier?
No, this is for my Warforge.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your background?
Urban Bounty Hunter.
Oh, you get a tool proficiency game. Yeah, I got a game set too. I chose 3 Dragon too.
So we're going inside.
I would think so.
No, I'm in the fucking well.
Why?
Why not?
Apparently, he needed a bath.
How isn't he?
Everyone said I was dirty, so now I need to clean.
Eldon's like watching, but not here.
Oh, okay.
But he can see where you are, like, just for game purposes.
Oh, okay. So
Right? His token's here, but he's not.
Okay. I'm gonna go at that.
And hold on. Why the Stop moving.
Ooh.
There. Alright.
Can I use the time that we wait for Eldon to maybe scope out the city, see if I can find out where the Burgomeister's family is and all that good stuff? Wander around a bit.
My guess is the biggest house. That would be the best bet. Look at that.
Could I head that way if that's what I think?
Who the fuck are these guys? Are these the wolf hunters?
They are.
Okay, cool. I like that.
So,
Are there any guards in the area?
are there any what?
Any of the guards that work for the Burgomeister around?
They're in and amongst the town. There are town patrols. You see one very large individual.
If there's any in the area that I could pull to the side and talk to, I would like to do that. Or if not right now, the next time that opportunity arises, that's what I would like to do.
Okay. turning on the people in the inn.
Sure. I thought that was Brandimir's job.
Ooh. Alright. So, X-37, you're going to wander the town, are you?
Yeah.
Is everybody else going into the inn?
I guess so.
So your tokens are supposed to be the same size as Xander's right now.
Oh, yeah, my deal.
It's just when I copied you on here, you didn't resize. So, Danica, Erwin's wife, is at the bar. She's talking to a very interesting half-elf.
Half-elf?
Yes.
We met him before, right? Pretty sure we've met him.
I think briefly you might have met him.
Yeah, but we don't know
Rictavio?
who yeah. We just don't know who he is.
He's a bard. And he's regaling Danica of his stories as a ringmaster from distant lands.
Ringmaster like a freak show or something, or circus?
Circus.
Okay.
You said he is an half-elf, right?
Yep.
Vanderson Tower, the head we found, right? You said there was killed by a half-elf from a different land, or something to do with a half-elf from a different world?
Is that what happened?
I just remember something with the headsets, like something to do with a half elf from another plane.
Okay.
You mean that from Richton's tower?
Yeah. I can't remember exactly what it said about it.
Wait, wasn't he like an Van Richton's enemy or something?
I can't remember.
Detective Data, can I roll a history check?
Yep.
Good. 22.
Okay. So, yeah, you remember something about the head talking about this monster hunter, half-elf from another dimension or world or plane, and that's who took his life, because he was a servant of Strahd.
Potentially could be an ally. There wasn't anything like ominous about what he said, right?
No.
No, I swear there was like something about someone being evil. I just can't remember who it was. Oh shit! What does this do again?
What does what do?
Flash of Genius.
Yeah.
It's one of my abilities, but I don't know if I've ever actually used it. Oh.
I believe it allows you to become proficient in something.
No, me and anyone who has to do a ability check or saving throw, I can use my reaction to add my intelligence modifier to the roll.
Ah.
Nice.
So, I completely forgot I had that.
Sort of similar to guidance, I guess.
Someone needs to make that save, they can add a +5.
So you guys gonna sit, have dinner, wait for Eldon, or like what are you doing? Like,
I
Should I
informed
Well,
the party that
we went to Elden.
this guy reminds me of that half elf monster hunter that we found out from that talking head at that guy's tower.
You mean my master, Van Richten?
Sure, him, yeah.
The greatest monster hunter to ever live?
Well,
What
is your
makes you
master?
think this guy is him?
No, I didn't
Don't
say
get the effect of
him.
what...
I said that is a half elf monster hunter. He
yes,
was.
you know, half elves. They're so uncommon.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
This guy at the
from.
bar is not a monster hunter.
Hmm?
This guy at the bar is not a monster hunter.
How do you know?
Did I find a guard?
Yes.
Oh.
They're not hard to find. There's actually a guard that's walking right in around the Blue Water Inn.
Okay, I would like to stop him and talk to him.
Okay. What would you like to say to this two guards, because they never travel alone?
That I heard that a while back their town had an issue with some witches that came through and caused some trouble, and that I would like to offer my services as a witch hunter to their burgomaster if they can set up a meeting for me.
You're a witch hunter.
I'm an everything hunter.
I see. Well, we manage. Where are you from?
I'm not from here. I've been paid to come in and take care of some issues. This was one of the ones that I'm supposed to meet with your burgomaster about. If you could please set up a meeting.
I don't talk to the burgomaster.
Well, I'm sure
Only
you talk to
those
somebody who talks to the burgomaster.
If you wish to go to our headquarters, Izek would be more than pleased to deal with you, I'm sure.
I would like to do that.
Anybody talking in the Blue Water Inn, like, other than, hey, that's a half elf, it might be...
He's not dressed like a monster hunter. He's not geared like a monster hunter.
No, he is dressed in a, frilly shirt. He's got the glasses on. He's got a cane, a walking cane.
Saran wrap pants.
Wasn't that what I was saying to everyone?
Saran wrap pants, I hope so.
No, telling everyone about that. I literally said that to everyone.
You were saying he looks like a monster hunter.
I was saying that
Would I
he
recognize this
looks
half-elf?
like the guy that was described as a monster hunter from that servant of Strahd head. That he said that a half-elf monster hunter decapitated him.
Half-elf aren't rare.
In Barovia?
Radimir's a half-elf.
I just
What?
asked, would I know this elf?
No, I said in Barovia. Isn't it extremely rare to see them?
Well, you're a half elf, so do all half elves know each other?
That's racist.
I know.
Hmm.
It's
So-
not racist if it's true.
No, you don't.
All elves don't know each other.
Xander, make a perception check.